Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Heavenly Delusion. And honestly, this has been such an amazing first episode premiere for a new series. I have no idea about the source material, but it looked like so much work, love, and passion went into this show right here. Looks so good. The backgrounds, the characters, the designs, the animation, the atmosphere of the world, the mystery. The episode is really good. I have a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts, theories, and things like that. But also at the same time, I feel like this might be better for a binge series. It's on Disney Plus, by the way, so I hope more people are going to watch it, because this has the potential to be one of the best series in this season and maybe of the year, if it pays off, the mystery and everything right now, because it started so good. So let's get into it. Now, at the beginning we see this facility. It reminded me a bit of Maze Runner in a way, with the atmosphere there, kids playing, spending time in research labs, having tests, some of them getting more interested in what's going on there, one of them being Mimi, Hime, and Tokyo, and we're gonna get to them. They aren't the main characters, or at least not yet, but it also gives me the vibes a bit of Promise Neverland, but a bit more, how should I put this, more post-apocalyptic in a way, more futuristic, because we see the world on the outside also right after that, when one of the kids, Tokyo, if I remember his name correctly, during a test he gets a message randomly from somewhere: do you want to go outside? So this facility is gonna play an important role in the story. But after that we get to meet our two main characters, Maru and Kirko. I'm sorry for mispronouncing their names. At the beginning I thought they were a brother and sister, just because how Maru kept calling her sis and things like that, but later on it's revealed they are not, in a funny moment. We're gonna get to that. But damn, the backgrounds, the world, how much attention to detail this just first episode has is insane. And we see them traveling in this post-apocalyptic dystopian world, in a way here, scavenging from building to building for food, for everything they could find. They even find a body or two bodies at some point. Apparently they died of starvation after the collapse, which is probably the incident that caused the world to be in that state. Of course, we don't know yet what exactly happened, how it came to happen, what does it mean. And we see them traveling. They seem like a nice pair together. Keep in mind, I still thought they were brother and sister at this point a bit, but slowly that went away just by the way Maru was talking. We see them cooking some food. Kirko kind of messes up the food. It tastes really badly there. But there's a lot more to them, and I feel like they're hiding. We don't know their backgrounds quite a lot. This mission started with them wanting Maru to get somewhere else, and Kirko is there to be his bodyguard for some reason. I think she's part of the military, or maybe just her jacket, because in one scene we see her jacket being shown and has the Air Force logo on it. I don't know if she's actually part of the military. Could be, because of what we find out later on, but something to keep in mind. Also, he has a destination to reach, and she's also looking for two persons. We don't know exactly who they are, why she's looking for them. So each of them have their own individual goals, not just their common goal there. But there's something more happening into the background. It's not just this apocalyptic world and them trying to survive. There's this huge crow monster that starts flying during a storm. We don't fully see it until right the end of the episode, which we're gonna get to that. But of course, in a post-apocalyptic world, humans are still humans. They get attacked, jumped a bit by some of hooligans, whoever they were there. But they got into more than they bargained for, because they quickly turn around that situation there, especially with that the guy, first, before we get into the weapon, Maru can definitely fight. The way he handled those guys was very easy for him. And Kirko used that, I know, wow, the grasshopper weapon from Men in Black. That's honestly what it reminded me from, like a mini ray gun there, melted an entire pillar. And I was okay, there's some futuristic things happening here. If they have an actual gun like that, they didn't even want to waste bullets on on them. Those guys thought the guns was false, but no, it's not that false. And and after that they go with them in their hideout. They recharge their battery and apparently that battery was for the gun. It has some comedy. They're using their generators for the gun to keep them hostage. I really liked that there. This is where we find out that the collapse was the end. Now, what they are looking also, every time they're going somewhere, looking for this place called heaven or something related to heaven or similar to heaven, and they get a lead, so to say, like tomatoes are related to heaven in a way, or something there. So as many clues as they could get, even very remotely related to you, something you could call heaven, they're very interested in. And I'm thinking that this heaven might be the facility, so they're probably looking for the facility we saw at the beginning. I don't know if I'm correct, but it's looking like that. And also even get to see a bit more into the facility with Mimi Hime, the girl. I kind of like her. She seems to be a bit of an airhead. I think she's gonna play an important role, and she has this dream or vision that someday these two persons from the outside are gonna come, and they look very similar to Tokyo. That's very true. I think like Maru looks quite similar to Tokyo, so he might be from the facility, or I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this this out also, but makes it even more interesting. It's been quite a long while since we had something interesting like this, like a mystery. I think the last one was probably Promised Neverland, and I don't even want to get into season 2. That was such a huge disappointment for me season 2, but this one, it has gotten my hopes up a bit. Hopefully it keeps up the quality and the mystery is gonna pay off, but it's still very early, and for an episode 1 they have done an amazing job. Now, while on the outside, they reach this house, which apparently is kind of like an inn/hotel, which is very curious that somebody's still running something like that in when the world has gone to shit, but sure, there. And in the facility, the kids ask the managers, the director, if there's an outside. She says yes, but she explains it a bit later on there. Now, they finally go inside, and also we find out their ages. He's 15, she's around 18, 20, not really good with numbers there. That was funny, but that was before the inn. Now they go into the inn, they find this old lady, which she's definitely hiding something. We're gonna get to that. They pay, they even give her some batteries there, and I was still very curious, how is this inn still operating over here? She even asks a question about the two persons she was looking. One of them is called Robin Inazaki, the other she doesn't know his name. And this is after that, when they start settling in a bit, she starts undressing, and you see she has quite a lot of scars, so she's definitely been through some things. Is it related mainly to her being in the military? Is it related to the monsters that we've seen there? Maybe something else entirely, but she has a big past, and I really like her personality there. When she was looking in the mirror, she wanted to go in for a kiss, basically kiss herself in the mirror. Reminded me of that scene from Elaine the Wandering Witch, which is very cute. I like their personalities, the way they play off each other. She's like the more playful one. Over here, she's always complaining. He's the guy with one-track mind to keep going forward. But this is where things get a bit more serious. It started very innocent enough over here, except when we saw that monster. Yes, innocent for a post-apocalyptic world, if you get what I'm trying to say. But the lady over here says there's a monster when they saw she has a gun, and they kind of know about this monster and calling it a man-eater, saying they can kill it. But the reaction of the old lady got me thinking. When she heard that they could kill it, she kind of twitched a bit. I don't think she wants that monster dead, or she knows what it is, how it came there, what's happening, because she didn't instantly accept, so she's definitely hiding something. But after that moment, I really like. This was probably the funniest scene in the episode. She was very serious that we need to have a conversation. You shouldn't have kids if you're related. So she basically said, don't engage in incest. And their reactions were priceless. So Maru just calls her sister. They're not actually brother and sister. And this is where we see she was just hired for a job to get him to a destination. Of course, we don't know the details, but she kind of wounded a bit Maru when she said, he's nothing to me besides an object to protect from A to point, so like a delivery. So that one didn't sit well with him. He even pouted a bit after that when they went to sleep. But apparently they were also drugged, from what it seems. Maru kind of fell asleep a bit too fast, and even herself, she was kind of stumbling a bit and she fell asleep quite instantly there. So I think that food that got served, even by the way the lady said it, I forgot to mention this, some sort of boar food and boar meat, and I'm not so sure that's... I hope it's not a monster they're eating there, or maybe some humans cannibalism. I don't know, I'm just guessing right now, but the way she said it about that food, I don't trust it. So they probably got drugged, and who knows what they ate there, because this is the most interesting scene we see in the episode after they fall asleep. The lady goes to sleep, loading her gun there, prepared gun in her hand, and we see that huge crow monster showing up and actually get to see its face, very gruesome face, and that's pretty much the episode. So for a first episode, yes, I'm very intrigued, but I still think this might be better as a binge watch. So I don't know if I'm gonna cover it week to week, but I just wanted to have a video out for you guys to know about the series, just to check it out. It seems like it has huge potential. I've seen a lot of people praising it, talking about it. I also wanted to share my thoughts on it. So overall, they have done such an amazing job for episode 1, and also reminds me a bit of Vivi. If you haven't watched Vivi Fluoride's Eye song, yes, please watch that one also. But yes, this seems like it's gonna be one of the most interesting series we have gotten this season, and maybe in the entire year, if this quality keeps being this good so far. As for the mystery, call me intrigued. So if you guys have watched the series, let me know in the comments below what do you think about it so far, just from episode 1. If you have read the source material, what do you think so far of the adaptation? And as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Heavenly Delusion, and also it's quite funny that we have a series Heavenly Delusion and also Hell's Paradise. Also make sure to check out that video with Hell's Paradise and the podcast. So because anime, I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye.